What's up, guys? So we're here to talk about vehicles again. And it's one of those things of, well, where are they? How come they aren't here? And it's not something that's very clarified. So as you can see here, what about vehicles, Gary? Daisy, Stalker have it, blah, blah, blah. Vehicles, even a bicycle. And you can see Gary's very sarcastic here saying, oh, well, Half-Life had a 30-foot baby. Should we add that too? So why did vehicles feel like they were just a little bit off of being implemented last summer? At least we had that feeling. He's all, well, all we ever had was drawings. So, he's very sarcastic to it. So it's extremely hard to tell where the team's sitting with it. Are they still coming? And a lot of people say, well, it's been months. And, you can see this 2 months ago. Some people act like it's been 6 months. And it's just one of those things. Rival horses, cars, spotlights, handcuffs. What happened to all this shit, Gary? Don't avoid the question. Your audience has the right to know. And again, sarcastically, well, they're not done yet. So it's very hard to read into this kind of thing. But there are a few straight answers that we have gotten from him, mostly from his Ask FM here. What are you planning to do with Rust in the future? How about vehicles we could drive, aircraft, stuff like that? What do you think of that? And he says after early access. So it's still something they have in their mind. But yeah, you could argue, well, that's not very clear either. And then, as you can see here, post-early access, we will still be pushing out updates. They'll mess with foundations. That won't mess with foundations of the game, like revamping the building system, but instead we'll be adding new AI, vehicles, weapons. So vehicles are still mentioned, and that's from the end of the year blog, okay? Then this guy says, I came to ask about vehicles when I saw the latest question. Does that mean vehicles are canceled? Gary made a comment. A lot of people think that meant that it was canceled. He says no. He was just making fun of the idea because everyone was suggesting that it has to be in all games. So again, his sarcasm kind of strikes again. The other thing in question here is electricity. Is that going to happen? And again, notice electricity isn't on the roadmap. Do you still plan implementing it this year? Yes, it's a post-early access thing. So there's a lot of these things that they want to still do, but right now they're focusing on getting the core of the game out. And they want to get those core features so they don't have to mess with the game itself that much and just add cool stuff. Now, there's definitely still things that are made but aren't implemented yet. Like we've got the large oil refinery, which obviously is going to be used for making gasoline. This isn't put in. There's also the jerry can, which I showed in my last video, which will be used for transporting gasoline. So these all still show vehicles are something that's going to happen. Now, let's kind of review where we get in vehicles. First thing, obviously, is horseback riding. That's still something they want to do. They have designed saddles, but again, it's nothing past a picture yet. For them, it's not a priority because animal AI doesn't even work right. So they gotta get that done first. The other thing is boats. Now, as you'll see as I'm talking here, we'll go through some concept pictures of boats and so forth. But these were put before they switched from the Trello board to hidden stuff that we can't see anymore. These boats were actually put completely on hold. Does that mean we'll never get them? I don't know. Does it mean they're not a priority? Well, they're still on the overall roadmap as a transportation idea, but who knows if it's something we're still going to get. We've never gotten past these extremely old pictures in anything of a mention whatsoever, other than the fact that the generic vehicles tag, which could mean anything. It could mean stuff that flies. It could be boats. It could be land. The other thing here is we've got the concept for bicycles, which I know a lot of people really want or rather have than cars. It's still just a concept, just a picture. They haven't done anything else past that whatsoever. The other thing when it comes to flying vehicles, it doesn't mean we can drive all of them. We do have the heli in the game right now, the attack helicopter, and drones are something they plan on putting in. So you can see here's a more final concept art, which we've covered before, and nothing really new has come from this. Either it is an AI, kind of like the helicopter, but there might be a chance we can fly them or control them, just not fly on them, obviously. And so the vehicles don't always necessarily mean something we'll be able to drive or fly or ride. So keep that in mind when it comes to the idea of vehicles. Now let's touch back onto cars themselves. They want to make them modular. As you can see in these designs here, there's different sections. You can interchange it. This is a model where it has a 3-piece set, and you can choose the 3 things: 2 engines and a cab, so forth. And you can do these different pieces, attach them differently, make these modular vehicles that make sense for certain purposes or customize kind of to your own. And here's a couple of painted out concept pictures, but these are still old. These are from months ago. Nothing has gotten past this because it's not a focus of theirs yet. They consider this after game content, but it's still something they want to do. They were very passionate about it, and there's still that idea there. So I know a lot of you have been commenting on my last video saying, well, you showed us all these cool car concepts, nothing's come of them. Well, that's because it's not a focus for them. And I hope this kind of clears up that idea there. But just, as we're reviewing them here, I mean, all these different ideas, a lumber car, different transports, the parts of tractors, buggies, trucks, everything kind of just mixed in. They want them to have a purpose, not just be something for smashing into a base and raiding. That one's got a plow on the front. That one's got like a spring-loaded thing, a cage. So it's definitely something really cool, guys. I hope this clarified things, and we'll see you guys next time.